Can the game fucking load? Can the game fucking load? I said, can the game fucking load? Now can the game motherfucking load? Can it load? Can it load? Can it load? Can it fucking load? Oh, that's why I wasn't loading, because Norton was being a prick. Cool. Hello everyone, my name is Mitchel, McGuinnen, and welcome to a poorly written horror game as it's described on the download page, Redacted Life. I know literally nothing about this game, so I'm just gonna click start and see what the hell happens. I first realized that I was a character in a video game about 3 weeks ago. Click. Yep. At first I noticed little things. Glitches, things blinking in and out of existence. Then I tried to remember things like how I met my girlfriend, Rebecca, or where I was born, or either of my parents' names. I couldn't remember. I could only remember as far back as a month ago. It was a hard 3 weeks. The worst part was that when I tried to explain this all to Rebecca, it was like she wouldn't listen to me. Like she couldn't hear me. I guess the game's programming could only stretch so far. Eventually, I decided to just let things happen and see how things would unfold. I mean, after all, despite how existential crisis-inducing finding out your life's a game was, my life was a pretty good life. Might as well enjoy it. Right? Then Rebecca, decided we should move out. Finding an affordable home to rent, it was too large a place to own all by ourselves. We packed our things from our city apartment and drove to the countryside. We're here! Okay, that was a car door. We stepped out of a car. Rebecca?
There it is, Adrian. The house is over there, at the end of the road.
I looked at the mansion in the distance. Come on, Sheska. Dog? Please be dog. Please be dog. I opened the back door of the car to let Sheska out. Dog. It's a dog! Sheska was our dog, by the way. It's a corgi. It's a rather big corgi, but it looks like a corgi. However, as soon as we got out of the car, Sheska started growling. Well, that's a bad sign. Rebecca turned to Sheska.
Aw, what's the matter, girl?
She's scared of the house. I think she's scared of the house.
Why?
Because it looks like the mansion's architect was a fan of Edward Gorey. Who is Edward Gorey? Yes, American writer Edward Gorey. Vaguely unsettling narrative scenes of Victorian and Edwardian settings. Books, anything I would have known. The Young Strung Harp. Not looking too familiar. However, people also search for Tim Burton. I know him, so this looks like a hell of a time. I guess something I'm set at. Animals can sense things, you know.
Maybe it was a squirrel or something. Never mind, let's go inside.
Adrian's Australian and she's American, by the way. According to the voices I'm doing anyway. I looked around. I could see from here that there was a study room that led to a massive grand ballroom. It was the kind of grand ballroom that I could imagine also doubling as a final boss arena. Huh. You got fox or rabbit draped around you or something. Very unusual furniture. I stared at a weird painting of what I interpreted as 2 horses. Sure. The frame it was in looked like it had 4 sets of claws trying to rip the artwork apart. Yeah, I could see that. 4 sets, nah, 2 sets. It's 2 arms, 2 sets of claws. Very unusual.
I prefer to call it a rustic charm. I love how old-timey this place looks.
Did she just change accent and voice?
What? Scared?
No! There's an exclamation mark. He yelled. Not me, him. Well, I don't think something's gonna jump out and shout, a boogie woogie boo. But I still feel a huge amount of unease.
Don't worry, I'll protect you from anything in this household.
It's my attempt at a glitch. He's a little freaked out at the moment. Rebecca started glitching out again. It happened from time to time. Sure. It was the first thing that made me realize I was in a game. It used to freak me out, but now the novelty's kind of worn off, or the shock's worn off, whatever you want to call it. It seemed like me acting out of character causes this. It's like Rebecca can't figure out how to react to me.
Adrian? Earth to Adrian!
I snapped out of it.
Oh,
wrong one. Yeah, Rebecca?
I said I'll protect you.
Sure. Now I know what you may be thinking. If we were moving into this house, why were we acting like we'd never set foot in this house before? Apparently, this is a world where you pay an estate agent a lot of money and you just hope for the best. You just cross your fingers and wish real hard. And they magically find a beautiful house you can afford to lodge in. Woman?
We're leaving this house.
Nope. We're leaving. Nope.
Oh, we're leaving this crazy house.
Sure. A young couple. I pictured her as an old lady, okay. A young couple came lumbering down the stairs. They were each carrying a suitcase. Light-hearted. I can stand for a lot of things, but not this. Irish. I can do accents better than I can do voices, okay? And with that, the couple left. Another way. My. I choose the perfect voice there. A person whose gender was unclear to me approached us. They were wrapped up in several layers of winter clothing. I was picturing George Takei talking in Big Bang Theory. That's the voice I was going for. Despite the fact that it was not winter. Turl. Maybe George Takei's voice won't work, but I don't care. It seems another family has left us, with another to replace them. It's like a revolving door around here. Hello, my name's Turl. How are you? Their voice was also ambiguous, not just in terms of gender. The voice sounded young and ancient, childish yet wise, all the same. Okay, George Takei maybe won't work. Young and ancient, childish yet wise.
Yoda! Hi, I'm Turl. Hi, I'm Turl.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I'm Rebecca, and this is Adrian.
Why were those people leaving?
They're scared.
Nope. They're scared of the spirit who dwells in this household. It's a terrible story, one fraught with tragedy. That'll work. Would you like to hear it? I told him that no, we wouldn't. And so Turl began. The sweater-layered character told Rebecca and me pretty full and complete information about the mansion. Mansion, not manor, mansion. They told us about how the structure was originally commissioned in the 1800s, and about the original owners of the mansion. Miro and Clara were a couple who'd recently married before moving into their new home. Miro first met Clara when she became his assistant for his magic act. This eventually led to them falling in love with each other. Miro the Magician, as he was called, was an illusionist. He was also rumored to have dabbled in two dubious things: adultery and the dark arts. Well, I have upon me, there it is, I have upon me my defense against the dark arts. It's a shitty knockoff pocket knife. I may die, though neither was ever proven publicly. He was apparently successful enough as a magician to afford the mansion and continued performing with Clara for many years. Until. Because there's always an until with these stories. Until. For some reason, my mind kept wandering, but I did my best to stay focused to Turl's cliched story. That really was an awful picture frame. I like it. It's got a rustic sort of... maybe rustic's not the right word. It's got a sort of abstract feel to it.
So what happened to the magician and his wife?
They disappeared. I sighed. No one seemed to notice. Really? The magician disappeared. How ironic. Very cute. They completely vanished. Were they ever found? Like I give a shit. Vanished. Sounds like a great magic act. It must have gone down well with the audience. It wasn't a magic trick. They had vanished from their household without taking anything with them. She took me seriously. I could see that my sarcasm was once again wasted within this world. No. They became missing for several days. Eventually, Miro was found dead in the basement of this very mansion. His body was covered with long, deep slash marks from them! Like he'd been scratched to pieces by some sort of long-fingered animal. Like them! But his wife was never found. That's her! Or that's her! Or that's her! I think Clara knew that her husband had been cheating on her. Maybe when she found out, she confronted him with it. Maybe Miro kept a book filled with black magic, and that had something to do with it. But I think something very dark happened on the night they disappeared. And I believe that Clara's ghost still haunts this place to this day. It would explain all the strange happenings in this place. Eerie noises, furniture rearranging itself after you leave the room. Until it suddenly stopped their history lecture. Do you believe in ghosts?
I've never really thought of it seriously before, but no, I don't believe in ghosts. Sorry.
I believe... I hope I'm using the right definition here. Agnostic atheism. Like, that's religion, but I'm going to use it for ghosts as well. I don't believe in a god. But I think that means that there's some sort of... Evolution is a good theory. And I don't know where I'm going with this. Ghost... Are ghosts and souls the same thing? Because souls sounds like a weird thing. Scientifically, they're working on switching, like doing brain transplants. And if souls are a thing, that seems not possible. Brain transplants on its own seems not possible. But if souls are a thing, that seems not possible because you're moving this physical... and the souls are a spiritual thing, so ghosts may be tethered to a single vessel. Long story short, undecided, I guess. It's fine. No need to apologize to me. And what about your beau? What does he think? I don't know. And I don't care. Why are you telling us? How do you know? Why? Why are you telling us all this? Won't that make us more likely to be the next couple to, you know, fuck off? Was this person trying to convince us to leave? I just thought it was interesting and important for you to know this household's backstory. It fascinates me. It's actually the reason why I moved here in the first place. But why are you staying here if you believe there's a ghost? I've made this an occupation of mine. In the past, I've proven to have a knack for solving ghost problems and helping them find peace.
You're a ghost hunter?
Not a hunter, my dear. I prefer to think of myself as a ghost whisperer. That face dough. Are there really enough ghosts in the world for you to do that?
Well, you'd be surprised. But I also provide other services. But I also provide other services to people, living people, like Wiccan charms and divinations.
Fuck.
I'll give your girlfriend a tarot reading if you like, free of charge.
Don't know what a tarot reading is, but okay.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. I've never had a tarot card reading before.
Oh, isn't that the fucking, psychics, they read cards and like, you will die! Something like that. Oh boy. After clearing a space on one of the tables, Turl got Rebecca to shuffle the tarot deck. I looked at the bouquet of freshly cut flowers nearby. They were white lilies because, of course, they would have been white No. White lilies. The funeral flower, a symbol for death. But of course, the game designer couldn't resist that. Taking the cards from her, Turl turned the top 5 cards off the deck, placing them face down in a formation on the table.
This tarot card reading.
There we go.
This tarot card reading will be an interpretation of your future.
They, meaning Turl, not Rebecca and Turl, slowly flipped over each card, revealing their illustrations. Oh. Ooh. They're not going to say they sense danger or anything cliché, are they?
What's wrong, Turl?
This looks bad.
Tell me, I want to know. Well,
Well,
it's all up to interpretation, but...
The Fool! Turl pointed to the center card.
This card represents the Fool. That's you.
I tried not to smirk at their bad phrasing. Nope. Absolutely no room for interpretation there. Luckily, Rebecca didn't seem to notice.
The card in the center represents the person this is going to happen to, and the Fool is usually a person who is both curious and lucky.
Rebecca put her arm around mine and squeezed it.
Well, I'm certainly lucky to have Adrian.
Yeah, and are you? Oh, I maybe put a bit too much sarcasm on the last one. No matter what I may say about Rebecca, I really do care about her. But that's what makes this feeling in the back of my mind worse.
The card below represents a person who will be involved. This represents determination and endurance. So, a determined person? Exactly. Someone who will keep going even in the face of adversity. This is such a beautiful card. Thank you. This is a custom tarot deck I had made especially for me. In my opinion, any tarot reader worth their weight in salt should get a custom tarot deck. Now, let's see.
Oh, it's down and up, yep.
The card at the top represents another person involved.
Specifically, a woman, since this is the Empress card.
Would that be me? Am I the woman?
Since this is a tarot reading of you,
I'd actually interpret that woman as Clara. The magician's wife? I'm sure her ghost is here, and as long as you're in this house, you and her will be connected. The leftmost card represents a past event. The tower is associated with sudden, disruptive, and potentially destructive change. It can also mean liberation and the gaining of freedom. But in terms of destructive changing happening in the past, I'd define it as Clara's past.
Death! Who could have guessed that? Well, that can't be good.
Oh, death is an often misunderstood symbol. It doesn't necessarily represent a literal death. It can mean the death of an old way of life and the beginning of a new one.
In other words, it could be a change as simple as adopting a dog. Or moving to a spooky-ass fucking mansion.
Right. So, to sum it all up, I believe that there's going to be strange changes coming soon in your life. Something to do with this mansion's dark past. You'd best be careful. I mean, I know that you've said that you don't believe in ghosts. You may think that this is a load of hogwash. No, this was really interesting. Thank you. You're welcome.
Interesting!
Well, I better get going. That's all I have left to say. I'll see you later.
With that, turn left, and Rebecca turned to me. So, what now?
Well, we still have a lot of unpacking to do, but I kind of want to do a bit of exploring first. Why don't we leave the rest of the luggage till later?
It's only 2 suitcases. Look, I can do it myself. You can explore the house, and I'll catch up with you later.
Okay.
Oh, it's official. I'm trapped in a horror game. Is that the transition? Nope. A badly written horror game. Never mind, I'll just go and get the luggage, shall I? Is this an adventure game? Because that sounded like a lousy first quest. Is the transition? Okay, stop, cut. I'm going to leave that video there, and I'm going to continue the game, like right now. So I hope you enjoyed, and look out for the next episode in the coming days, and I'll see you soon. Bye!